Rachel and welcome to my channel. My channel's a little bit of books, a little bit of Disney, a little bit of parenting, and a few other bits and bobs. But this is my husband Pete, and today it's Summer in the City Day. So today we are off to Summer in the City, which is a YouTube convention. I'm so excited. We've never been before. Some of our favourite vloggers are going to be there, Brogan, Tate, and Hattan. And the day that we're going is the Friday, which is the Creator Day. So we should be able to pick up some good tips and things like that. I'm just going to try not to get too intimidated and not to vlog. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah, we'll bring you along with us.
Sounds good.
Getting some food before we head in. Hi, we're here. So we're at the XL Centre and people are arriving. Doors open in about 5 minutes or so. I'm well excited, it's gonna be good. We're going in. It looks really cool. And I see stalls, so I am going to head straight to the stalls. Hattan, he's got his stall, and I just bought a water bottle. It's so nice, I love it, and he's just the nicest person. And yeah, he's just setting up his stall now, and yeah, it was so cool. I walked around, I was like, oh, I wonder if we'll see him today, and then boop, there he was. So yeah, it's really cool, and we've looked at lots of the other stalls. They're really nice. I'm hoping to do a stall next year actually with my little Etsy shop, so I wanted to do some recon, and I think it'd be really cool to come back with my Calico by Rachelina store. We are in the gaming area and we are going to play Mario Kart. I am confused as to what is going on. How do I change my character?
You can't.
Oh, okay. I can't.
This is where we're at.
I can't change my character. Alright, so we just finished gaming. I was terrible. Pete was good.
Yeah? I think I won. Not quite sure.
Yeah, you did. The last one, you definitely won.
Yes.
And I just got progressively worse until suddenly I was like, I started off alright, I came 6th. Then I was like 11th. And
But you didn't come last.
Just, I think I was like 1 off last. But that was really fun. I haven't actually played that one before.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good.
Okay, are we all ready? Is everyone else ready? Are we excited for the first panel of the weekend? Woo! That was an enthusiastic yes, let's crack on.
Just replying and engaging with people. So anyone who commented on our videos would get a reply like pretty much straight away as well.
Did you find that people were quite surprised by that? Because a lot of people find it weird that creators do interact with their fans. Did you get a lot of, oh, you guys are actually responding to us?
Yeah, and we get that now. We get too many to reply to every single one, but I'll always see comments being like, oh my gosh, you're the only YouTuber I watch and comment on that actually replies, and I think we pride ourselves on that and like trying to reply to as many as we possibly can, because I think that's the foundation of having an audience and growing an audience.
What you need to do is build a very strong and firm foundation of a community, and then when people come in, maybe they stumble across one of your videos, they can look and see, hey, there's already this existing lovely community that I want to be a part of, and that's why they subscribe. So I had a kind of strange thing happen with my channel where it took me a year to get from 0 to 18,000. And I was like replying to every single comment that I got, talking to people on Twitter, and just trying to keep up that community engagement idea. And the videos that I make are the videos that I wanted to see when I was a teenager, especially the ones that relate to chronic illness, because I felt really alone and I didn't know there was anyone like me. So that's what I wanted to make. And then I had a video go viral. And because I already had that community, people that came to see that viral video saw that there was a great community that they wanted to be a part of. And I went from 18K to 100K in a week.
Wow.
We've created a community off of YouTube, so we've got a Facebook group with about 3,000 of our most loyal viewers, and on that it's nothing to do with us. We chip in occasionally, but they all chat with each other, and I think that's really important, having somewhere to go other than YouTube where they can all gather and bond with each other as well as with us.
Agreed. Follow some of your subscribers on their social media accounts, because then you can see what it is that they're really interested in and what they're really responding to in the rest of the world, and you get more of an idea of who it is, and again, that they're not numbers, they are people.
Great, that's all really amazing advice, guys. Thank you very much. But now, it's not my turn to keep asking boring, generic questions. It's your turn. If any of you guys have anything specific that you want to ask collectively or individually, now is your time. We do have one question down the front here. A mic will be thrown at you. It'll be fine.
So I was wondering, what are the best platforms to extend the communication beyond YouTube? Somebody mentioned Discourse. Are there others, or which ones work best for different things?
So for those of you who didn't hear, it was what platforms are best to sort of expand beyond YouTube. So someone mentioned Discord. Discord's a really good one, actually, especially for, I guess, more geek culture-based stuff like gaming and stuff. It's very easy to collect through that. You guys mentioned Facebook. Do you have other things other than Facebook that you use?
Yeah, I mean, we're on all the platforms really, but I don't know, I think for long chats, Facebook. For quick, like, want to find out something from your audience, what's your favourite, Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram's quite good for replying.
Yeah, I think Instagram's easiest for us as creators, but we notice most of our viewers are sort of 35 plus, and we know that lots of them like to use Facebook, so that's why sort of we discussed it with our viewers, and then someone created a Facebook group. So I think also depends on who is watching and what platform they will use.
Jessica?
That's such a good point, knowing the different platforms that are used by different subscriber groups, different age groups. Just young people who have different interests even are going to be using very different apps to communicate with each other. That's really great. I think also you should try and generally use the ones that you find easiest to use, whether that's Instagram or Twitter. If you're a person who likes to write really short, snappy little cute things, put it all on Instagram. If you're a person who likes to generally write 5 paragraphs, maybe Facebook's the one for you. See which one then works with your personality type, and then other people will be responding to you being so natural and organic with your stuff.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to our Creator Outreach 101 panel, a panel about how to reach out to creators in short. So I'm joined today by Brogan.
Hello everyone.
Alice from Pepper Studio.
Hello.
And Daniel J. Layton.
Hello, I insisted on having the Janet Jackson microphone. That's why I'm looking like a diva.
He got dibs.
Yeah.
And I'm Tom Burns. So to start off, do you guys want to start by describing yourselves a bit, your background, what you guys do, and then start with you, Brogan?
Yeah. Hi everyone, thank you for coming. My name's Brogan. I'm a lifestyle and travel influencer, mostly known for like weekly vlogs, travel vlogs on my YouTube channel. I've been doing it 8 years now, so a bit old school, but yeah, that's me. Hi, I am Alice from Pepper Studio. We are an influence marketing agency, so myself and my colleagues run influencer campaigns on behalf of brands and agencies. So they will come to us and say, this is what we would like to happen, and we will reach out to all of the influencers and manage all of that in between. So we're a bit of a one-stop shop in between influencers and creators and brands.
I'm Daniel. I am a vlogger slash actor slash singer slash baker slash pro wrestler now slash very many things. And I have been doing this how long? Help me, 2011?
You would tell us.
How long is that?
9 years?
Thank you. 9 years. 9 years.
8 years? 8 years.
Well, it's only 10, technically.
You're old
On
school
the
like me.
cusp. Yeah, I'm ancient at this point. Yeah.
Cool. Right, so and I'm Tom Burns. I organise Summer in City. I also create content with my wife on a YouTube channel occasionally. Primarily City takes the time away though, but I'm your moderator today. So we're going to start off with a question about what the top 3 things you guys are that you feel a brand or company should provide when they're reaching out with an opportunity. And obviously, Dan and Brogan, this will be from a creative perspective, and Alice, this is someone who is mediating, working from a unique point between. Again, let's start with Brogan, please.
Yeah, so the obvious things like who they are, the website, a bit about them, that kind of thing is always very helpful. If a brand is working on a particular campaign with a particular date, sometimes things like that is really helpful for me, so I know if I can definitely go ahead and continue that conversation. Yeah, and just roughly what they are looking for, all that information. Nothing too long, but enough that I can gauge exactly what they want. And then with regards to the question in hand, copy and paste emails. Sometimes in my line of work I do have to email a lot of people in one go. So what I will tend to have done is hand selected the creators that I've wanted to, but rather than spending 5 hours on emailing something very similar one by one, I'll be really honest in an email and I'll sort of blank CC and say, I really apologise for this, however I'm going to pick up the phone after I've got back and heard of your interest. So I hope that
You
helps.
can tell the difference.
Yeah,
you can absolutely tell the difference between something like
the ones we're talking
that.
about are definitely like they come from a company.
Curated.
Yeah.
Basically, I feel like you can tell if this sounds really maybe quite rude, but it's like I can tell you've done your work, you've done your job. So I feel like great. Well, I want to work with you because you've quite clearly paid attention. Versus, blank.
I mean, they haven't taken the time to select all and just change the font back to the original font.
Yeah.
It's all they have to do. So on the back, I think the media pack is interesting to me, which is on the next point. Reaching out to brands directly yourselves, and I think this will be more for Dan and Brogan. I've got a question for you afterwards, Alice. So brands won't just come to you. I imagine you may have also reached out to brands direct. So what are the things you've learned reaching out and contacting brands direct yourself, other than the need for a PDF pack?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very lucky that I'm in a position where most brands come to me now, but there was a long period of time where I would do that outreach. I used to have a management company that did that for me, and over the last year I've just been doing that myself. And reaching out to brands, I think if you've got an idea and they're a brand you genuinely love and want to work with, I don't see the harm in doing it. I actually once reached out to a company who sell tickets, like attraction tickets, and it ended up we built a relationship that led me to 2 recent trips to Florida and California. So it was my initial reaching out to them to say, hey, I love what you do, I think we'd make a great partnership, that led to some amazing campaigns. I mean, I've been doing this 8 years, so over the last few years I wouldn't necessarily do anything for exposure now, which is a really amazing position to be in. But I mean, recently I had a chocolate company reach out, want to send me a hamper, which we get lots of gifts and things, which is always amazing. And I said, oh, I'm always very grateful for gifting, this is my address if you want to send anything. They said, well, we want 3 Instagram stories in return for sending you this. And so I had to say to them, look, I am grateful if you want to send anything, and to be honest, it's quite likely I probably would have put thank you for sending me this, but they were expecting content in return for that product. So for me, it depends the value of what it is. If it's like a hotel stay maybe, and it's something I wanted to genuinely do, it might be something I consider. I wouldn't necessarily say in return for exposure. It really depends on what's being presented to me. But if the brand have expectations and they want something in return from me, content-wise, then I do have to say, I charge for that.
I think it's one of those things where there's an expectation. Like if you get invited to an event, I think we know there's an expectation. They're not inviting me because they just think I'm a nice person, they want to hang out. They would like for some exposure. They would like for some.
I think it's fair.
I'm shining a light on you. It's one of those things of I'm shining a light for you. That's why you are coming to me. It's not the other way around. And yeah, it is fair. It's totally fair. But then when you start prescribing, and it's like, I want specifically this level of post, and I would like it to say this, it's like, now we're talking about something completely different. Yeah.
I think technically we can't do that now. You can't give somebody something and say what we're looking for is this.
Because then it's hashtag ad, isn't it?
That's against
ASA,
regulations.
You have to declare an ad.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. However, if you're going to give somebody something like a chocolate hamper, you're probably more likely to post about it if they don't say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so
because it feels real. It feels like, thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah.
Versus, because then there's all you get in your head about it, and you're like, am I posting the right thing? Am I posting what they wanted me to post? Like.
So back in the day, I never thought that gifting worked, and I've totally eaten my hat on that now. I think it really does, and there's definitely a space for it and a way to handle it. When it comes to just sending creators gifts, I saw something recently that I thought was really great, and it was Yves Saint Laurent had sent a creator a box full of goodies, and in it they said, we aren't wanting any content for this. However, if you do happen to post about it, this is how you can stay compliant. And she posted that saying over the product, saying, I've been sent this box which is really lovely, however I just think that this brand is doing this really correctly, because they're not asking for anything, but they're saying if you want to, then we want to make sure you're doing it correctly. And that works so much better.
Do you know why? Because it feels like we get it. It feels like a respectful kind of like, we're all adults here, we know what we're doing. So let's just be above board about it, and let's not be a little bit like expecting or demanding or whatever.
I guess on the back of that, on the subject of gifted still, is there a point where a brand should start expecting to be paying you in exchange for gifted products rather than just constantly providing gifted products and experience? Is there a point where that conversation should come up?
I think it's probably when it's messaging. I think it's when we're specifically looking for some form of like, we want to get these talking points out there. And I do think it's if they're starting to demand like, we want this, that's when it's like, okay, well if you want me to put in work and you want me to kind of, because basically what it is every time you work with a brand, every time you post sponsored content, you are putting your relationship with your audience on the line, essentially. Like, that sounds quite dramatic, but like, so you need to be compensated the right way. Because at the end of the day, I've worked all of this time to build this audience. That's why you approached me. It's not like I just happened to stumble across, 100,000 people. So yeah, I think when it's an expectation, that's when there needs to be a conversation about cash.
I think for me as well, I have about 70,000 subscribers, and I get about 20,000 views a week on my video, my weekly vlog. And I think if that many readers were reading a magazine, brands would pay for that space in a magazine. So why is it any different that the brand shouldn't pay for the space on my videos that get that reach? Like, it's I guess knowing your worth, because I have friends that will do things in return and building partnerships with a brand when they're just starting out, and maybe there isn't a compensation there, but over time you start to learn as you grow your audience, your channels, your content. I mean, I've got 800 videos out. Like I've got an established audience, and I produce high quality products. Pictures, camera equipment, all these things that take a lot.
Skill.
Yeah, and I guess I do expect compensation for that. But it really depends. Like sometimes I went on a press trip in February, and I went to Palma in Mallorca, and my content was really quiet, and I do pride myself on doing lots of travel, and I didn't get paid in return for that, but I got the flights, the hotel, and the trip and the experience. So therefore, to me, the value of that was worth it. I produced a video, and that led to some other opportunities with other brands. So I guess it really depends on the situation. Really.
It's not like a blanket turn it down thing, is it? It's it's just.
I would always look, if something came in my inbox, I would always look at it and assess if it's something I want to do. But yeah, there's got to be a line. There's got to be, and it just comes back to what we were talking about before. If they're asking for things, it does become an ad. So yeah.
I would have taken the free trip to Mallorca as well.
It was great.
I do agree. I only work on paid campaigns. I feel like they are so much more effective for everybody involved. Having said that, I follow there's a handful of creators that I follow on Instagram who mostly post about outfits, and a lot of those outfits are gifted, and I think that they were going to be wearing clothes on their body anyway, and they probably get paid for everybody that clicks on an affiliate Absolutely. So there is a space for that kind of thing, but there's no prescription.
So we're just here having some food. We got to the rotisserie and grilled chicken sandwich place. So if you're ever at the Excel Centre, come here. It's really, really nice. The food is so good. Like chips, chicken, and salad. Pete had chicken burger. Really, really nice. We've just watched 3 panels. We watched one on how to build a community. We watched Creator 101. That had Brogan in it, and I watch her weekly vlogs, so that was really cool. And then a third one on YouTube algorithms, which was slightly terrifying, but still really, really interesting. And from that, I have made a bit of a plan of action. Yeah, I was a total geek. I sat there making notes, but I wasn't the only one. One of the girls in front of me, one of the panels, had a laptop out making notes. I guess that's the whole point of Creator Day. So made some notes, made a better plan of action with my YouTube channel, and yeah, but it was just all really inspiring. It's really just put like a fire under my butt for like making this channel really, really good and giving you guys some really, really good content. So hopefully that will all work. And now we're going to head back into the main convention hall and have a look around. And yeah, we've got a panel we kind of want to go to in about 3. That's like an Instagram one. So we're going to head to that. Okay, so we have now come out of the Instagram panel, and we're actually finishing up our day at Summer in the City. It's been so good. It's been really, really nice coming today. Actually, it wasn't too busy. Got to see all the people who I wanted to see, the panels I wanted to see, and I just got to meet Brogan Tate, who is so lovely. If anyone watches her videos and is like, oh, I wonder if she's that nice in person, she is definitely that nice in person. She is so lovely, and I just feel so inspired now for my channel and everything. And today has just been really, really great. So now we're going to head off though, and we are going to go and just have a play around London, probably go to Disney Store, stuff like that.